Good evening and welcome to the monthly Michigan DECA Google Hangout. I am Dan Lee, your state president, and I am joined by Jessica Ankle, Vice President of Leadership Development, Monique View, Vice President of Public Relations, Ali Nasrallah, State Secretary, Marshall Conley, Vice President of Business Partnerships, Stefan Santrach, Vice President of Career Development, Kofi Ofori-Darko, Vice President of Chapter Development, and Cole Stewart, Vice President of Community Service. Today we'll be discussing how chapters can continue their involvement in DECA Month and social media, and how they can start preparing for district conferences. At the end of the Hangout, your State Executive Council will be available to answer any questions that you have if you tweet them using the hashtag #MIDECA. Now, Jessica is going to start us off by talking about the State Leadership Conference that we had just this past week.
To quickly summarize the State Leadership Conference, my fellow officers and I ran a couple of different workshops for the members who were in attendance on the first day. Workshops such as campaign memberships and running for state office, and for you guys, the district council. Later that evening, DECA members enjoyed a dinner cruise on the Detroit Sunset, where we got to network with people from all over the state. On the second day, we had the opening ceremony and conducted a Miracle Minute, where members helped raise $729 for MBA. Afterwards, there were many workshops by amazing guest speakers on topics such as social media conscientiousness and more. Courtney O'Connell spoke on the progression from the 4 Ps to the 4 Cs in today's modern age for business. After that, Terrell led us all in a sort of sales promotion competition involving 4 promotion platforms to sell Feel Natural energy drinks. Our members blew away everyone, including all of the officers, with their creativity and their innovation. Thank you once again to everyone who attended the State Leadership Conference, who all helped make it an amazing conference, and it's only the beginning of the DECA season. We look forward to seeing you all again, either at CRLC or your district conferences. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessica. Now, everyone knows that November is DECA Month, so Marshall is going to tell us a little bit more about it.
Days in the DECA Month, that means 14 more. So far in DECA Month, we've held the first conference of the DECA season, the State Leadership Conference. We began to take part in DECA campaigns. Remember, next week is Global Entrepreneurship Week. Hopefully, we've been active in the DECA Photo Challenge. Also, remember, the DECA Month is a great time to promote your chapter throughout your school and community. A good way to promote your chapter is to host a DECA Week, like a Spirit Week. Each day of the DECA Month is, for example, Monday could be Dress to Impress Day. And Tuesday, Tie Day, and so on. We now prepare for the Central Region Leadership Conference on December 5th, 6th, and 7th. Some of our district conferences are right around the corner. Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, Marshall. Now, Monique is going to tell us about how you can use social media with your chapter.
Thanks so much to everyone who attended the State Leadership Conference. I loved seeing all the DECA selfies and Vine videos you all took. It's crazy to think how we are in the midst of DECA season with district conferences approaching very soon. It's great to see all the chapter social media accounts growing and using our promoted hashtags of the year. Just as a reminder, Mondays are hashtag Michigan Monday, Tuesdays are hashtag Tip Tuesday, Wednesdays are hashtag Recognition Wednesday, Thursdays are hashtag Throwback Thursday, and Fridays are Fan Friday. Also, you can always use hashtag #MIDECA. Why not try it out right now? The best way for you to break through on social media is to have a strong presence on multiple social networks such as Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Then by using our hashtags, you can connect with members from across the state and country. Now, for the first year ever in Michigan DECA history, you can get recognized for having meaningful DECA tweets, using the promoted hashtags, and connecting with others through retweets, favorites, and replies. We'll be crowning the social media kings and queens at all Michigan DECA conferences and events.
Thank you, Monique. Now that we know that the district conferences are approaching us very soon, Ali is here to share some tips about online testing.
So with online testing, you're able to take these tests in class, and the online test is a cluster exam of 100 questions dealing with your event. This test will only apply to you if you are in an individual or team event for role play. So if you're in a written event, it does not apply to you. You can study for these exams by going onto Quizlet and typing in DECA. Lots of study guides will come up. Also by downloading the DECA Compete app, which is available on the iPhone App Store and the Android Store as well. You could also study previous exams or by going to decainc.org and studying it off their website. They have lots of exams as well. Also, you could simply just type in your exam or what topic you are in, the event that you are in, and see what kind of exams might come up, because they come up as well. And also, study the terms that relate to your event. And those are basically all a couple ways that you could be prepared for this test.
Thank you, Ali. Now, Stefan is going to share a little bit more about competition.
So as we know, the district conferences are coming up shortly. The more time that you prepare for competition, the more increased chance you'll have to move on. As Ali said, tests are 1/3 of your score, so be sure to study for those, and it's easy to overlook this aspect, but it's very essential to moving on. Judged events are approaching quickly. My recommendation would be to practice under the time conditions that you'll face later. This gets you in the swing of things when it comes to the district conference. If you have time, creating visuals are a good technique to increase your judge score. My upcoming Spotlight article also goes over many tips for a good judged event. If you have any questions, tweet at us live using the hashtag #MIDECA on Twitter, or send me an email, and I'd be glad to help you out. Also, be sure to check out DECA.org and MIDECA.org for resources as you prepare.
Thank you, Stefan. Now, with all these conferences coming up, how is your chapter going to raise the funds to travel to all these places? Well, Kofi is here to talk about fundraising.
Thank you, Dan. Several DECA chapters already use their school-based enterprise to fundraise for their chapters. By using your school-based enterprise, your DECA chapter is able to allow members to have valuable resources and gain skills in retail marketing. Also, there are several outlets by using National DECA's partners to be able to fundraise. Zinch and Stand for Kids are two great ways. Stand for Kids is a grassroots level marketing program that connects your DECA chapter with local area businesses. Through this, by businesses paying a small fee, they are able to work with your chapter, and your chapter will therefore be promoting and marketing coupons to community members for them. Please look at my Spotlight on DECA article for more fundraising tips, and use the hashtag #MIDECA to share your chapter's fundraising ideas.
Thanks, Kofi. Fundraising for your chapter is great, but fundraising for charity is even better. Cole is here to talk about MDA.
Hey guys, as Jess said before, at our state leadership conference last week, we raised over $725 alone from One Miracle Minute. This total is almost enough to send one child to an MDA summer camp. So, as you can see, we still have a ways to go. But this not shows how much we can truly accomplish towards fighting MDA together. As many of you guys probably know, the deadline to submit your chapter's funds towards MDA is February 28th, 2015. Now, this date is still over 3 months away, but if you haven't already, now would be a great time to suggest organizing a service project to your chapter. Wesley and John Glenn's chapter provided a great example of an easy and intuitive service project to raise money for MDA. They sponsored a 5K run/walkathon in October and promoted it to several local media outlets. We need all of your help to raise money to get these people to survive this horrible disease. So get out there and start as soon as possible.
Thanks, Cole. Now, Stephanie is going to talk again about chapter campaigns.
Hi everyone. So Global Entrepreneurship Week begins on Monday, and the Idea Challenge has been released by National DECA. This year's mystery product is newspaper, so get to thinking on those 3 Idea Challenge entries. That's one of the 3 prongs for the Global Entrepreneurship campaign, which includes 3 Idea Challenge entries, 3 success stories of alumni, and 3 school outreach activities. There's also the promotional campaign with 3 school outreach activities, 3 success stories, and 3 community outreach activities, as well as the community service campaign, which has 1 or more activities with 75% participation, which is the key part. 75% of your chapter has to participate in the community service activity, and then you also have to utilize 1 form of publicity or promotion. The membership campaign is also another key campaign for the chapters. This requires that you have 20 more students than last year, 20 alumni, and 20 professional members. Last but not least, advocacy campaign is also included, which is 3 outreach activities for the community, 3 public policy maker outreaches, and 3 school outreach activities. Check our website as well as National DECA website for further information on these chapter campaigns, and do not hesitate to email any of the state office or team if you have any questions. mideca.org and deca.org are the 2 resources which will help you greatly in chapter campaigns.
Thank you, Stefan. Now, if you have any questions for the State Executive Council, please tweet them using the hashtag #MIDECA. I'm looking on there, and I have a question from Marissa, who is from Grand Blanc DECA. She asks, what is it like being a state officer? Well, let me tell you, being a state officer is a great experience for a high school student that allows them to grow personal skills such as leadership and public speaking, and as well as networking with professionals from all over the nation. You get to travel to many places all over the country to attend leadership conferences, and you get to meet many members who are ambitious and like-minded like you. If you want to run for state office, you have to attend a state officer screening on February 15th, and you must submit registration for that by February 6th. I definitely recommend running for state office, and I believe that if I hadn't run for state office, it would have been the single most regretful mistake of my high school career. So, with that, if there are any more questions, we see that Grand Blanc has also tweeted us and said that Quizlet is a great resource for test practices for district conferences. Like Ali mentioned, we recommend you to get out there and start studying for those online tests and competition. With that, I would like to conclude this Google Hangout, and our next Hangout will be on December 14th at 7:30 p.m. So we'll see you then. Take care.